Fahmy are back home with their families in Egypt. They've been freed on bail after spending 412 days in detention. Their retrial on charges of colluding with the banned Muslim Brotherhood is expected to resume on February the 23rd. Richard Martin reports.
After 411 days, after too much time alone in prison, it's like a dream coming true.
Al Jazeera producer Mohamed enjoys the first moments of his newfound freedom, a day to celebrate with his wife and 3 children.
I'm very proud of every single moment I spent in prison for the sake of freedom of expression. I'm really proud about it. If time goes back, I will choose the same experience. And I know the case is still there. I'll continue fight for the freedom of expression, and I will not back off.
Baha and his colleague Mohamed Fahmy were granted bail by a judge on Thursday. It's come as a huge relief. They've been in prison in Egypt since December 2013. But the judicial fight for Baha Mohamed and Mohamed Fahmy will continue until the charges are dropped. Baha was initially sentenced to 10 years and Fahmy to 7 years in prison. That decision was recently overturned. Egypt's highest court of appeals has challenged the evidence presented by the prosecution. It says the proceedings were flawed. It's ordered a retrial. Earlier this month, another Al Jazeera journalist, Peter Grester, was deported to Australia after 400 days in detention. Fahmy, who's an Egyptian Canadian, was told by the authorities that his only way to freedom was to renounce his Egyptian citizenship, which he has done. The 3 Al Jazeera journalists, Baha, Fahmy and Grester, had been wrongly accused of promoting the banned Muslim Brotherhood. Their trial's been widely condemned by the international community and by human rights organisations. 6 other colleagues from Al Jazeera were sentenced in absentia to 10 years in prison. Al Jazeera continues to call on Egypt to have all of its journalists exonerated. Richard Martin, Al Jazeera.
US President Barack Obama